So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Snares of No Brainer Institute. We're here today at All Faces Cry Galleries with a new artist who you may not be used to hearing, but make sure that you do get a good listen when you do hear the snare. Today we have Bishop, the traveling salesman. We're going to be speaking to him about where he's going with his career, the state of the game, and any new projects he has going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I welcome to you Bishop, the traveling salesman.
Yeah. Greetings all.
So what's going on with you today, sir? How you feeling today?
Baby sip the jack, keep things pushing. At my man's spot, All Faces Cry Studios.
Okay, so being that you are from the Midwest, and most artists these days that are coming out are either from the East Coast or from down south, do you feel it's a little bit harder for Midwest artists, especially from St. Louis, to really get on and make a difference in the game, or even get the chance to do that?
I dig it. The way I look at it is like the thing about the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? It's more of an individual thing, because like if you look at the history of Midwest artists, it's no two that was alike. I mean, starting back to MC Breed, all the way up to, Nelly and Chingy and all them cats, Lupe and Kanye and Common and Bone, Crucial Conflict, Do or Die, like, Midwest artists, like, we all got our own unique niche, because, just growing up, we never just had, like, our radio stations just wasn't in a certain thing, East had East, West had West.
Yes,
South
I feel you,
had South.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, for us growing up and developing our creative ear, our music sense was just different, man. It's just like on some just straight up individual type things. And I think as a Midwest artist, it's like a double-edged sword with our thing. You know what I'm saying? Because like you know what I'm saying? It's no norm. So that's extra pressure alone right there. For the simple fact there's no norm. If you don't have a map. You don't have a blueprint.
The blueprint, basically.
To go off of on how you're gonna create your craft and do your music. And so it strengthens us as artists, but it's hindered us as far as like getting in the game, because
being safe and being the economy is kind of bad these days.
Yeah,
a lot more execs are being a little bit closer to their pockets, as well as thinking a little bit too hard on what might work and not really taking any chances.
Right.
And as I've heard some of your music, a good amount of your music, I'm sure that the music that you make is nowhere near what people from St. Louis are used to hearing.
I mean, not for real, because like a lot of people at the crib, cause like St. Louis, you either got a job or you hustling. And when I was writing my songs and developing my craft, like right now, a lot of shit be so simple, though I don't knock it, it's just that like it's so simple where the average motherfucker be like, oh, I can write that. And the average motherfucker can write that. And that's what it is. So that's what they play off of, and that's what they do. And so that limits the creativity, because the shit's so money driven right now.
So as far as you, what do you feel that you can bring to the game, or what are you trying to change or let people experience they haven't been experiencing through the musical ear?
The snowball. All three questions in one, what you just said. You want them to just get everything as a whole. You want to give them something new. You want to give them something that they familiar with, and you want to give them something fresh and new. That's the same thing, but you want to give them something that that's gonna enlighten them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To spark that.
Speaking on enlightenment, what experiences do you feel you've went through that help you develop the music you're about to put out to this date?
Well, as far as like enlightenment, we got to start from like the grassroots. I have to spark a black mouth, if you will allow me. But as far as the grassroots, you got to go back to where my life went to a different sector. That's suspense right there. We'll go through that different phase. Cause like I was down in Mississippi for a family reunion, and I ended up having a situation, and I just stayed down there. And then while I was down there, I met a friend of mine that was living in Atlanta, and he knew I messed around as far as like freestyling or whatever, just some pastime type of demo. And he's like, you should come to Atlanta and get your demo on. And I was like, okay. But kept brushing the homie out. But this one situation happened, and I actually went, and I just met a range of like MCs from like different parts of the country. That like one day you might meet somebody from Hawaii, the next day you might meet somebody from Florida, the next day you might meet somebody from the Midwest, the South, or just wherever, just doing their thing. And it just inspired me to just get more in touch with my creativity as far as like the music or whatever. And I went to like 3-4 years to that. And when I got my I got my melody down, I got my music down, that's when I started working on my first record, Mood Swings. That came out in like 2000. And in 2000, I was working exclusively with my homeboy from high school, a dude named Benny. Right now, what I'm saying? Back then, he used to go by Be Original or whatever. I mean, I've seen hand gestures and shit, but now he's Be Original. I'm big up to the homie out on the West Coast, out in California, working with the Boo. And the album did what it did. Then I went to my second record, Pleasure and Pain, which came out in 2002. Then I came out with Walk With Me, and it came out in 2004, which was cool too. And during the process of that, I was living out in California, cause my little shit, what I'm saying, I was going back and forth across the country and just trying to find my little niche. And when I was out in California, I ended up having to